Or Vert could do a recap. It's his island.
That's true. Welcome everyone back to some Mundus. I'm so excited to be playing again because it's been a little while. I am super excited, and I get to show off a new my new overlay icon finally.
Um,
What?
Let me refresh. I'm on your.
Oh, is it not? Oh no, mine's
It
my site's
says you're live now, but it also, when I click on the watch now, it says offline.
Oh, that's interesting. I have it pulled up on my end, so I can see.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the.
Reload.
Okay, there we go.
Ah, okay, cool.
Refresh.
Yeah.
Maybe mine's just my internet being stupid.
Maybe it is
You,
possible
that's-
for you. But yes, my
Yeah, maybe if you got out of the Huntington internet zone.
Wait, you guys have good internet?
We do, yeah.
I have some decent internet.
Well, I mean, I'm connecting through a cheap ass adapter, so
That's probably part of your problem. But,
oh yeah.
Yeah, no, the overlay icon was a birthday present from Ginger for myself, and I absolutely love it. Yes, I'm so excited. But yeah, it's been a while since we've been able to play. That being said, the Rona will be joining us a little bit later. He's running behind tonight, which is understandable. Good Friday and all. He had church.
Surprisingly, we actually did anything today.
Yeah, I don't really do much. I just work. Okay. So, does anyone recall what we did last time?
Nope.
No? No one? Anybody want to give it a try?
For some reason, the only thing I can think of off the top of my head is scaring those two off.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Kyle's little brother.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're probably gonna run into the whole blackguard.
I will go ahead and do a kind of a brief recap then. And we'll see what happens from there. So, the last time, the group had made a deal with the Elder, and basically set off heading towards Porterus, the home island of Valinar, in an attempt to save some of Valinar's loved ones, including his mentor. They feel like they have enough time to do that and potentially bring a dragon back to the Elder. They flew their flying fortress, the Laputa, from underneath the island and approached near the arid peaks, which is near Valnar's hometown of Vaegrin. They landed kind of in those mountains as well, trying to avoid notice as best as they can. And on their ascent, they got a good look at the chains of Porterus, the underneath living society. You good?
Blind.
We're good.
Okay, I was just asking because you were starting to give feedback. I thought you were gonna talk or something. My bad.
Oh, no, I just switched it from mute to unmute.
Ah, okay. Okay, never mind. After landing, the party made their way down into Vaegrim and into the small bar that is in the area. Let's see if I can't pull that name real fast. The Mountain Falls. They They stayed there for a while, gathering a little bit of information, as well as picked a fight with quote with a young teenage boy who was a cocky little shit who was boasting about his about himself being part of the Black Guard and that he had an older brother who might be of some higher ranking position within the Black Guard. It is unclear at this time of what that position might be. But during this time, Valinar had also learned that his friend Shia might also have been captured as well. And with that news, the party kind of returns, or we return now to the party kind of sitting inside of this tavern, making their decision on what it is they want to do.
Oh, right. I also remember something just now.
Yeah?
Valinar is female
yeah.
now. I forget
That
what
is true.
your name is.
Veil.
Vale.
Yes.
That's not on the nose whatsoever.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, man, you really gotta choose a better alias name. Granted, you are a paladin, but still.
Paladin.
Or cleric. That's how long it's been, folks. We forgot each other's character classes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I remember all of your guys' classes. I also know your average damage output, your average healing output. I mean, I'm sorry, what?
Average damage output. Not as much as it used to be.
No,
Well, that's because you change characters.
No, your average damage output is still about the same. It's the tanking option that is not as high.
Yeah, true.
You just can't take a hit as well. So, the
I'm just
two
a little
members,
harder to hit.
the two individuals, the two members of the Blackguard have left the establishment, and you guys are still inside the establishment, the bar, excuse me, the Mountain Falls. And I do apologize if my voice is off tonight. I am very congested with like a sinus cold, so apologies.
Okay. So I remember towards the end of last session, Kadia said something about killing the church's enemies to again? I just looked at a bunch of names and now I have them all mixed up in my head. Graham. The bar guy. And I was wondering if I could incite his reaction.
What was it that he had said, that Katya had said? I'm sorry.
Something along the lines of rushing to see the enemies of the church killed, or something like that. Always good to see, or it was something to that effect.
Yes. I actually feel like you incited that last time.
Did I?
I'm gonna say you did, just because I feel like you would have in the moment. Plus, you did a lot of like inciting and things like that over that time period in the bar. So,
yeah.
So you gauge the fact that yeah, he himself is excited that enemies of the church are being put to rest, but excuse me. Excuse me. But he is a little but he is saddened by the fact that it's people that he probably knew. Like, there's a pretty good chance that he knew your mentor, and it's an even higher, and it was a definite that he knew Shia. Because I think you guys were from the same town. Is right? I can't remember where you guys met. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I know we met for lessons and stuff. I don't remember where. All my stuff is scattered. I don't remember if I took lessons with Nadon in Vagram or Goldwild. This is all stuff I should remember. Where is... There we go. There's my original character sheet. Actually, I think I stayed at Goldwild in my original. Because I think Goldwild's like the only...
Yeah, okay, so...
one I really named, so...
You and Shia would have met in Goldwild, but he would have probably have met your mentor once or twice, and Shia is not a very old individual, and you gather that he is saddened by the expected death of such a young person. He himself, being an older gentleman, is very kind of like, man, it kind of sucks that the youth are getting wrapped up in this kind of crap.
Oh, he's a boomer.
Yeah, kind of.
Old man.
I don't want to say he's that old, but yeah.
Gonna quickly mind, or I guess I'll mind link with Denox since Kadia's not here right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
To see if Denox can ask him how the Hurts are doing.
If the what?
How the Hurts are doing. Forget how to spell it.
Okay, Denox is going to reply and say some context.
They're my family.
Ah, okay. Well, more like, do you know if they go out much? Or could I say, met them passing through here previously?
Been gone a while. Don't really know how they would have reacted. Just ask if he's heard from them recently.
Excuse me.
Aye.
Met a lovely couple here recently. The Hertz. Hernandez? Hertz. No, Hertz. Yes, definitely Hertz. No, this is in game. This is in character.
Oh, yeah.
The Hertz. How are they doing?
Physically, they're doing all right. Emotionally and mentally, not so good. I don't know when the last time you've been through town was, but they, their son is he's the biggest wanted criminal that Borderos has ever seen.
Oh.
They swear up and down that they had nothing to do with it and had no idea that he was capable of such things, but ever since he was declared an enemy of the state, nobody's really willing to do business with him in any capacity, and Yeah, his old man basically is working sun up to sun down, and then sometimes, in order just to put food on the table. But rumor has it that his mom hasn't left the building and probably, or sorry, their establishment, and probably, 2-3 weeks, maybe more. She hasn't come in. She hasn't come in here in probably close to 2 months. Maybe a bit more now that I think about it.
That is unfortunate.
I do apologize about the voices, guys. If they're rough, my throat is a little rough too. But I do have some lodgings to help with that, so. Honestly, if you're new in town, it's probably best to just stay away from them. I'd hate for you all to get wrapped up in another conspiracy or something, you know. The last thing you guys want is so-and-so was speaking to the hurt, and now all of a sudden you're associated with their son, Valinar, and are conspiring against the church. That's the word. Don't worry, our education here is pretty good. But yeah.
Nuts. And now that's okay. Can you remind me how long we have until the execution?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. And it's evening, right?
I believe last time I said it was like early afternoon, like 1-2 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So we've got
a
good amount of time to get there. And I'm assuming that the execution will probably be at like noon or something like that.
Roughly around there, yes. They have said that, and you do know that it does take about a day's travel, which is 8 hours. It's not like a huge amount of time.
Oh, I thought I read. Oh, there it is. I was looking through the thing and I thought I saw 6 hours somewhere. But that's with a special.
Probably.
Set
I think
path. Yeah. Set path that cuts the time down to about 6 hours.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of
there's
a lot for your place.
Oh, that one might okay. Well, Valinar's gonna quickly mind link with everyone and go, should we start heading out tonight? It'll take us about 8 hours to get to the execution location. Or should we try to sleep and leave really early in the morning?
Okay, so it is about 6 hours to get from the two cities.
Yeah, the one worry I had with it was it said it has magical enhancement, which made me worry about how that would interact with my disguise.
Okay, so I think the way that this works is or that the way that this would work would be through like horse and buggy.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so roughly either way, you're looking at about a day's travel.
Okay.
If you want, we can use the Laputa. Sneak under and a little around.
Well, I thought I pulled up my map. My worry with that is, Catullus is kind of in the middle of the island. I'm afraid that if we go under the island and around, it'll take us longer to get there than if we just follow the path already made.
Now that I mistyped in your notes of your stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. You're fine. We have it set correctly now for the record and stream. But in your notes, it had said that Catullus and Vagrim are only like an hour apart, and I'm like, that's very much not the case.
Oh, I was reading that it still is like a day, since later on it said the 6-hour thing.
Yeah, so
I didn't even.
I typed that very wrong. Yeah, so and then you're looking at a roughly 2 days travel between any other city, is the way that it's supposed to read. But the church has ways of cutting that down to about 6 hours, through their magical enhancements and things like that. That would be like their personal uses. It's not as quick, and then they do also have teleportation circles for instant travel if it is necessary.
Okay.
So yeah, I just realized that I did that wrong on your side, so I apologize.
That's fine. And I assume that the map is showing that Catullus is kind of in the middle of the island.
Yeah, it's roughly in the middle. It's
Okay.
it's not going to be dead center, but it's pretty close to the middle of the island itself.
So responding to Deanoc is, I don't know if that'll be quicker, because we would have to get back, take off, go under and around. And I'm afraid that we're not going to have a good path to the city after we land.
Fair enough.
But on the other hand, if we take this way, we might run into the Blackguard. Those fun bandit guys. My vote would probably just be to go tonight. Leave now and get there before full night.
Well, if you think that's for the best, I'd say we go for it.
Yeah.
You know the times here better than any of us.
Excuse me. One thing that I do need to go over real quick before we go too much further. Was I needed to know about the... Man, I'm gonna have to find it now. About the situation of the sending spell scroll for the Laputa.
We have our Rona.
What's up, bitches?
Yo.
Do you know if where they can contact you?
Don't get too comfortable, because in 2 seconds I'm going to be asking for a brief recap of what y'all have covered tonight.
They're still in the tavern.
We did a recap, and
Holy shit.
Rip did the recap.
We haven't even left the tavern yet?
They're getting ready to leave the tavern. To be
Good
fair,
job, y'all. Good job. Good job.
Well, to be fair, we started a little bit late because kids and dogs. But
still, I'm proud. Y'all are still in the tavern. You managed to wait for me.
Yeah, well, fuck you. Well,
You'll need me. You'll need me later, and you know it.
Well, anyways, like I said, Rip did the recap, and then Vert had Enoch ask some questions.
Some question, you say?
Just like how Valinar's parents are doing. Actually, that was the only question, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that also kind of is now a little worm in the back of Valinar's brain. Not as immediate as the current situation.
Okay, I was looking for.
Okay, so it looks like, based off of my notes and from what I'm seeing in the chat, it looks like unless Valinar chose to basically do nothing but for a couple of days during the travel, there would still be 1 day. They would still be 1 day short on completing the spell scroll for sending. For the wizards and stuff at the Lapita. So, but that's also assumed that Valinar was willing to do the spell in the first place.
Valinar would have needed to do something because he would have been stir crazy.
Do you think he would have dedicated extra hours and time to it, trying to complete it, or no?
He would.
Standard 8-ish
He probably would have been stressed out and trying to do literally anything he could to not think about things. So probably.
Okay. All right, then I'll say that you finished it, kind of. Shortly after, we'll say kind of like just before arrival. That way you're not like exhausted going into town. Because I imagine you would have paced yourself to not be exhausted before you arrive.
Yeah.
So, okay. So they have that roll.
And quick note, since I'm looking through all this now, do we know about like when the Blackguard is the most active?
They just kind of seem to always be active. They're basically just a gang of thugs, dude. Like
I kind of figured. I thought I'd see if maybe there was like a time they were going to be like a lot more of them, but
During the day, when people are more likely to travel through.
it probably just
Just a
depends
guess.
on the city, honestly. Here in Vagram, you know there isn't like a huge number of them, but you're also like they come and go, and they're always like kicking cats and turning signs upside down and stuff like that.
Why would you kick cats? Oh, wait, never mind. I know why.
Kyle's brother. Well, my vote would be to go ahead and start heading towards Catullus now, and just risk running into the Blackguard. Because no matter when we go, we're going to risk running into them.
Okay, so we're trying to get to Catullus,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reminding myself of all the town names and all that and what we did last time. Because I was not here for the recap.
No worries.
Yep, it's all good.
Alrighty. So, you guys just want to head out, is that right?
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, we should just head out.
Kitty. I say we head for the farmers and try to find some horses. See if we can make it to the capital sooner rather than later. After all, it'd be a shame to miss out on A public execution.
You would know that it's not going
Wink.
to be until like tomorrow. And
Still,
you have
wink.
and you have plenty of time to travel there, especially if you are leaving today.
Hmm. But if we don't have to travel
Yeah.
overnight, even better.
You wouldn't have to, even if you left.
We wouldn't.
Yeah, it's like a 6 to 8 hour travel time.
Oh. Well then, I guess I might have my information a little bit wrong, because I'm pretty sure the barkeep said if we went on foot and traveled through the night, we can make it there by tomorrow.
Well, he also doesn't know that you guys are seasoned adventurers and can hoof it for 8 hours straight. You literally just showed up in his bar.
Ah, fair enough. Okay, so yeah, we could definitely make it on foot. We don't have to borrow horses, unless we just absolutely want to get there sooner and have a little
He's
more
bit
time
of an older
to
man, so he might be
plan.
Would you like to try and teleport us? I just casually say this.
You said this in the middle of the bar, or after we're outside?
After we're outside.
Oh, okay.
A little better.
I mean, I certainly could, but only in an extreme situation. And considering I've never actually been there myself, there's no guarantee we'll arrive exactly where we need to be. So
We could end up in a building, not in the building insides, but as part of the building.
correct. Or above the building, a couple miles. Or
Or in the stone under us.
yes.
That's why I have a. That's why I'm not the one that has to do my magic, I guess.
I mean, theoretically, I suppose if Valinar can mind link and show me from his memory, I might be able to piggyback off of that. But again, teleportation should only be a last minute, like a last ditch effort, if nothing else works.
I'd be a little iffy on that. I may have grown up here, but I didn't go to Catullus that much.
About the only place
So we
that
could
you might
try it.
about the only place you might know with enough excruciating detail would be where that teleportation circle is at. And that's extremely risky. So, like I said, last ditch efforts.
That's also not in Catullus. That's 2 days away from Catullus.
It's not in Catullus?
No, that's in Goldwild.
Oh. Well, I guess I was not aware of this layout of your
So-
island.
It's fine. I'm honestly surprised they're doing the execution in Catullus.
Hmm.
I actually
You must
thought
be
they
able-
were gonna do it in Goldwild.
More people.
More people,
Yeah.
bigger. I mean, it is a larger city, so it would make sense to do it where they can make the biggest impact.
Yes, but they also... Yeah, you know what? Never mind. We're not gonna worry about it right now.
So you guys are traveling on.
On foot.
Nice.
I vote for walking.
Since we can do it.
Yeah, since we can walk, we don't need to have another horse incident like we did at the beginning.
I miss
So-
my horse.
I also feel like horses might draw attention,
Mm-hmm.
personally.
Yeah.
That player me does. I don't know about Valinar, because I don't... Valinar likes to walk, so... Alright.
Yeah, Xenos prefers walking as well, since we can.
Okay. So, you guys begin leaving this small kind of farming community, and you guys hit this kind of dirt path, kind of leading its way, kind of following what remains of the river towards the city of Catullus. Can I have a loose marching order for the party?
Well, I'm going to assume Valinar is up front leading the way, since he knows this place better than anyone else.
Okay.
I will be in the second rank behind that, on the right side.
Tim is going to be invisible.
Yep.
Above us.
Nearby, got it.
Above Valinar, basically.
Okay.
Ready to swoop down just in case anything attacks Val.
Okay.
Xenos and Asta will bring up the back. Asta will be in front of Xenos.
And then, Dinok, would you be beside or behind Katya?
Probably beside.
Okay. As you guys continue down the path and out towards the next city of your adventure, I'm going to go ahead and change music here, as you are no longer in a tavern, nor are you in a
Town.
as we move back into some traveling music. And as you guys, just so you're aware, Rona, I am hearing your keyboard when you're typing right now. I don't know if your microphone...
It's picking up on that?
Yeah. I know it normally doesn't, but I'm letting you know that tonight it is for whatever reason.
Okay, well, let me go into my settings and see if I can fix that.
Yes. No
Stupid
worries.
thing. Voice and video. Let me see here. Where's my background sound stuff?
Yeah, no worries. I'm going to go ahead and keep talking while you're doing that. As you,
Supposed to be using back noise suppression. It is not.
Neat.
Weird.
As you guys are kind of continuing down, Valinar, since you are both in front and have the highest passive perception, I believe, you see, kind of stepping out from around, like a tree and a boulder, you actually see the figure from the bar. The young teenager, with his black jacket, and kind of just goes, "Ah, I was wondering when you might come by this way. You see, we seem to have gotten off on the wrong foot when we met earlier." And he'll walk up to you, Valinar in your Val's disguise, and he kind of looks down at you and he kind of goes, "You don't talk much, do you, lass?"
I'm going to open my mouth and point to the fact that I don't have a tongue.
He just kind of goes, ugh. And then we'll kind of just, as he's talking, you guys begin to notice that other Blackguard members seem to make their appearance from behind shrubbery and trees and other things.
Right.
And he kind of just goes,
Are you picking up on my typing still?
I wasn't listening for it.
Okay.
When you talk, it comes through. When you're not
Okay.
talking, we don't hear it.
Perfect. Then I'll just shut up.
Finally.
It's really hard for me to do both anyways.
Yeah. And he kind of just walks up and he kind of goes, "So I feel like a lot of this might have just been a big misunderstanding. You guys look new in town, and I'm sure you guys have heard rumors of what the Blackguard are capable of. What do you say?" And he kind of like looks you guys up and down. Yep. What do you say we settle this agreement with a toll? Sorry, I was looking for the word. A toll. You know, something as
Awesome.
Asta would have gone for a fight.
So you don't believe in taxes?
Wait, are you saying what you guys just do something, or are you guys just making a comment?
I'm just making a comment that Asta would have settled it by fighting.
Xenos doesn't believe in taxes.
I'm gonna try something that might be kind of stupid.
Okay.
I like it.
Remember, we're trying not to draw attention to ourselves.
Well,
Oh,
this is
if
also the Blackguard and
If there-
Bandits,
okay,
basically.
here's the thing. It's stealthy if there's no one left to tell about it.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot for that.
Oh, yeah, we're going to evaporate the bodies. Duh.
Okay.
Stealth kill with position.
Evaporate, excuse you. I have a perfectly good bag of holding for corpses.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Vale's just gonna hold out her hand, like she wants to shake his hand.
Okay. Yeah, he'll
Oh,
he'll
I
kind
think
of
I
be-
know what you're
He'll
doing.
be like, "Oh, so we have an accord then," and he'll reach out his hand and kind of have this big grin, knowing that we haven't agreed on upon an amount yet.
And he grasps my hand.
Yeah.
Alright, as soon as he grasps my hand, I'm just gonna cast Inflict Wounds through his hand.
There we go.
At 5th level, Jesus.
Wants to kill the guy.
Was that?
So you
He's
watch,
been inflicted.
So as you guys watch as this smiling young teen grabs Valinar's hand, and in a blink, you watch as he Thanos snaps into dust. And the rest of the members immediately scream and panic.
Can this be when
That's what happened to her tongue, by the way.
What were you saying, Denock?
Can this be when Tim materializes?
Possibly. Hold on, I gotta roll a couple things. Oop. But on the bright side, I gotta roll one less thing now.
What was this kid's name again? Kyle's brother?
He doesn't have one. Kyle's brother.
Okay.
That's what we've been calling him.
Well, his name was.
Well, I'm just gonna
Bert,
call him the young
but
man.
Now he doth.
Oh.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So I will go ahead and just put Tim on this layer. I'll come over here. I'm gonna mark this guy out, but he is definitely dust. I just want you guys to see where he was standing.
Yeah, fair.
As we shift you guys over.
Oh, the rest of the guys weren't really that close by. They were like, like, we are not that dumb.
Well, no, they were. They all have ranged weapons.
Not for long.
And I did not roll above a 10 for any of them. So they are going to run away. Like, the moment they see their friend turn to dust and this giant ghost figure turn to like materialize, they are just gone. They are going to turn and leave. So everybody has one action to do something to hit the ones that are visible. I will say you can forget about the cover and stuff because they are definitely not trying to seek cover at the moment. They are just bolting away from you.
How strong do they look? Do they look like they're basically only strong enough to strong arm civilians, or?
Oh, absolutely. You just
Okay.
dusted an actual teenager.
Hey, I tried to warn him.
He doesn't know that.
So I spent last session I was telling him to leave us the hell alone.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Okay, how are we going to do this? Do we want to just do it?
Let's just do left to right on the overlay. So we'll let Asta go first.
Asta,
And then
Shoot.
Xenos.
Sorry.
Who's
Mine, but it's not Foundry, so we should be able to.
I know. Trust me, I'm thinking about switching.
I'm good.
Money at the moment is my problem.
Yeah. You're on the screen.
Help me see someone. I'm blind.
This one is the one that I think he told you to shoot at.
Yeah, I was having him help me see my weapon because I'm using my wireless mouse, not right by the screen.
Ah, okay.
That's your problem.
And this is
I don't think I asked you, Beanock.
Wow, that hits. You roll a 2 on the die, but you hit.
a sharpshooter.
I wouldn't even waste your effort. Dead. Just shot through the skull. Just. You technically have another shot.
Yep. You want to take out that other guy that's pretty far away?
Yes.
Like up towards the...
Him?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's technically got a little bit more AC, but...
Wow.
Oh.
Huh.
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 What? Okay.
I'm conflicted, because a 15 still technically hits.
You hit him in the groin.
You know
Yes.
what? I'm gonna roll severity. We're gonna see what happens.
Critical
Wow.
fail for him.
Actually, that's a natural 20.
What?
Oh.
Oh,
But that's good. Remember, on my end, I want to roll low for bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
so
So what I'll say is roll damage, and he'll take half the amount of damage you deal.
Roll high.
So 5.
okay.
Yeah, and you don't have
That's not atrocious.
Nope. But
So you kneecap him.
Also, that just
he
pisses her
is
off.
he is kneecapped, but he is still kicking.
No, like, it hits him in the pinky toe.
Ow.
The equivalent
There's
of
nothing left.
Lego.
All right, Xenos.
Okay. Xenos is like... Since they're bolting, he's going to go ahead and, bonus action Misty Step. Or, use my racial thing.
Yeah.
It's a racial thing. Okay.
Yep. And then he's gonna move.
Another 20 feet there.
Yeah.
So, bitch.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go ahead and swing with Heaven's Wrath.
Fun. Do it. Hit.
Ooh.
Oh,
Dead.
he's
Absolutely
flat.
annihilated. I
Yeah.
can't actually mark the
Squeesh.
thing from here, but there we go. Dead.
Squeesh.
Push.
You're not within range of another attack, and you can't get anywhere to do anything, so that will bring us
Yeah.
to Denock.
Yeah, two. I guess I could have Eldritch Blasted both people, but I figured I'd leave some for Enoch.
Dead.
Let's see. I want to see the damage this does.
Yeah, no, I understand. Dead.
Okay, yeah.
He is a splatter on the ground. You don't even know if you need to clean up after him. And then for your action,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm gonna move him back just so that I can track movement. Yeah, he can't get anywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this guy, I think. Let me make sure I'm within range. Yeah, I'm within
God, that other guy's
range.
so fucked. He's just basically like, yeah, 2 people. Yep, and you're casting what? Oh,
Just a mind sliver.
Mind Sliver. Good fucking luck. Oh, shit.
Because that's the guy who's at half health.
That's a natural 1.
Yep.
Uh,
His brain is now leaking out.
his brain melts and he dies.
And for intimidation, Tim is going to move there.
Fair enough.
And you can't spell intimidation without Tim.
Exactly.
That brings us to Katya.
Excuse me, Tim, but you're now blocking my line of sight.
He's a ghost. He's fine.
That's cool, but I'm not throwing a firebolt through him. That wouldn't be very nice.
Ah.
Oh, that is a low roll for me.
That is an 8.
8. Which is probably not a hit.
That barely misses, actually.
Wow.
9?
I said barely. They got an AC of 10.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
I'm the first one to miss.
But you have a bonus action and sorcery points.
I do have a bonus action. What do I got for bonus actions? It's been a little while.
Whatever you want, you have sorcery point. That was a cantrip.
Oh no, it's been a while since he's had any actions available to him whatsoever.
That is true.
That is also true. He still had a +6 to hit on that, which is not great in all honesty.
Well, a +6, yeah. A +6, I should be able to hit everything, but you know.
Or
at
you
level,
could just
at level
leave it-
14, a +6 is not good.
Yeah, well, when I get back to normal, I'll let you know.
Yeah, please do.
There we go. Where are my sorcery points at on this thing? There we go.
I
Okay.
was trying to say,
Sorry.
or you could just leave it to Tim, who has a 40 movement speed, and then whenever he splats this guy, Tim will just come back to us,
That's cool. I'll quicken another firebolt. Maybe this one will
Okay.
be more effective.
giving you the option.
Hey, a 12.
Hits.
Perfect. Let there be pain. Good.
Immolated.
Yes.
No, that's a different spell. I gotta stop putting things on that side of the map because I can't mark them dead that way. So you guys instantly, brutally, and mercilessly just murdered, what is that, 6 individuals?
We just did this town a favor.
They were bandits who worked for Palava.
Shrug.
Even more reason.
Shrug. One of them was still a teenager, like, Jesus.
He was the biggest dick of them all.
What teenager isn't?
Exactly. He had it coming.
Well, let's put it this way. At least he's not an elven teenager.
Oof.
Anyway.
That's a reference to our different game.
Yeah. So,
I'm still trying to figure out what my Eldritch Blast has a -4. In addition, it's 4 points lower to hit than everything else. Still. I never figured it out. It's not important.
shrug.
Moving on.
Yeah. So that was that. None of them even had a
Oh.
chance to run away.
Good.
Elf.
I would have thought of that before they started a life of banditry.
What's that, Velnar?
I was just saying stealth.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep.
Now nobody knows that we're that powerful.
All right. How crispy are the bones of this guy? What got cindered?
So I'm gonna use this tool because it'll be easier. This guy, and this guy. So these 3. There is very little cleanup needed for these guys. This guy, in fact, has 0 cleanup. He doesn't even exist. Because he got Thanos snapped. He's gone. The other 2 guys, on the other hand, like, this guy is basically just a big pile of mush, like blood and mushy flesh.
Mhm.
And then this guy over here is like a charred corpse.
Yeah, but how crispy are the bones?
Some of them are cracked.
Okay, not worth it.
I also don't know if you know out of game that the temperature that it takes to crack bone, but it's fucking high.
I don't know. My fire burns pretty hot.
Well, here's the thing. Tim is going to
No, don't ask why I know that.
dematerialize people. Any cleanup under the ground.
You guys
Okay.
clean up
Easy burial.
very successfully. I want everyone, just because, roll. I'm going to say survival. I'm going to give everybody advantage, but I want everyone to make a survival check.
13.
Yeah, you said advantage?
Yeah.
Did it roll? Oh, it did.
Dirty 20.
Hey, a 6. All right.
Valinar, what did you roll?
17.
I rolled like a 13, I think.
Yep.
I said it, yeah.
Well,
Xenos, what did you roll?
Xenos rolled a 17. Asta has rolled a natural 1 and a...
Stealth.
Yeah. I was giving the pause. A natural 1.
Wow. What? I'm.
All right.
We should all be concerned when the ranger rolls.
Apparently,
That bad.
it's not my night.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's 3 natural 1s now.
Huh.
Asta's off her game.
Yeah, apparently.
What did you have at the tavern?
Okay. I will take those numbers into consideration if anybody ever goes snooping for these bodies. But that's also why I spent literally 3 minutes making that map. And honestly, probably 2 of those minutes I spent looking for those images that look like the cliffside. You know what I'm talking about? I'll take you guys back real quick because I can, and it's fun to point out. But like these things right here, they're all individual like pieces and segments and stuff, and I was looking for those for probably 2 minutes before I actually found them. So rather than trying to make something on my own, I was looking for the one that I have already created. I like my map maker. I just don't have the time to make all the maps that I would like to make. But that being said, you guys clean up and you continue on your way to the city of Polis. That was the only danger that would have happened on the route. Is there anything you guys wish you would like to do on the way there? Otherwise, there might be a couple of other little things.
I mean, not really. We're just trying to go as quickly as we can without exhausting ourselves.
Right. I just didn't know if there was anything you guys wanted to talk about during this downtime, this brief downtime.
Oh, I guess one thing Denoc would ask Vert.
Your player character is going to ask the player?
That.
Yes.
That's impressive. Can you teach me that spell?
It's called commune with.
It's called talking to the Kalistar spirit.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Perfect. We just channel. Let me just channel the second soul real quick.
But no, Denoc is going to ask Valinar some questions.
Okay.
That's really not that far from here. Okay.
So, when we rescue your teacher, are we going to hoof it immediately to the Laputa, or do we want to swing by to pick up anyone else, including your parents?
I would want to at least get Nadon, Shia, and my parents, since I know they're all still alive, and if if that rumors to be believed, it sounds like she is going to be on that same platform as Nadon.
So 2 for the price of 1 there.
Yeah. How did she even...
Can you list me those names again?
Nadon, Shia,
Shia.
and then my parents.
Okay.
If he was
Got
still around, I would want to rescue Haru, but no one has any idea what the hell happened to him.
Maybe we'll find out eventually.
Yeah.
Hee hee.
So you want to rescue everybody and get them away from here, but you have no plans to deal with Paloma herself? And I suppose we are on a bit of a time crunch, aren't we? Maybe we could deal with her later.
Yeah. I mean, if we could just simply prove that she's not actually a cleric or priest, well, priestess of Geisma, that would be a fairly simple
But
matter
nothing's
to
ever
just
simple.
turn everyone against her. Yeah.
Nothing has been simple since we started this. As a matter of fact, short of finding out that she's working for the Sleeping King himself, I say there's nothing we need to do about her right now.
Well, I have
Unless
a
she starts-
theory on that, but
Unless she starts slaying literally everybody on the island, just thousands of, or hundreds of thousands, or however many people are on your island, just innocent people, just to get back at you.
I don't even know what the hell I did.
You existed, apparently.
I thought
You
we
were
talked
born
about
under the
this.
wrong
I
moons.
thought we talked about this. I thought there was a prophecy.
There was that story about the being from the past who could see through all types of deception.
Ah, she's afraid of your power to see through deception.
What power to see through deception?
Looks at his +10.
Valinar, you are the best liar I have ever met.
Well, I was just gonna look at Kadia straight in the face and go, "Your hair is green." I can roll it. There we go.
Perfect.
There you go. 7.
Hang on, I still gotta insight it.
Oh, yeah, it's true. His insight's pretty bad.
Oh my god. Yes! The saddest part is all I have to do is pull one of my locks and take a look, but okay, sure, yeah, they're green. I believe you.
That is amazing.
You're like, oh dear, did one of my spells backfire again?
We're just gonna let you keep believing that.
Maybe I'll dye it green. Who knows? Isn't that the chosen hair color of witches these days?
God, that is absolutely amazing. That.
God damn it. Okay. And real quick, because I'm going to start working under the assumption we're going to find an inn when we get there.
Nah. The capital? No way.
I'm going to cast Sending
Oops.
to try and contact Shia again.
Okay.
And just essentially say, "God damn it, answer me. I'm on my way to Catullus right now. Catullus right now."
There is no response.
Of course not. Why would there be? That would be too simple.
Let's see. Do I still have my quest list over here?
Oh.
I have to find it back. Open.
Quests.
Yeah, I was keeping a list of quests after I stopped worrying about the wild magic table.
Huh. Oh, okay.
Where did it go? Well, shit. I might actually have to look on my drive. Ah, my quest log. There you are.
Unless anyone else has any question, Valinar's doesn't have anything else he wants to.
Um. Leave your jammies on.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
No, talking to my toddler.
Yep.
He wants to stay.
Mentor's name was...
Nadon.
Nadon.
Oh, Ice Mark. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Added.
So, as far as you're aware, there's still no response from Shia. You're unsure why.
Okay.
Free to make whatever assumptions you want, but in terms of actuality,
Did anyone hear something about they had found some kind of a traitor at the Capitol? Of course, we may have taken that to believe it is Nadon, but maybe news travels fast and it's about Shia. I mean, the towns aren't that far from each other.
I mean, he did say that the people. He basically described my old mentor as someone that very well could be Shia.
Okay, well then. Who's ready for a jailbreak?
Yeah.
I'm always ready for a jailbreak.
You've heard of first jailbreak. How about 14th? That's what I feel like at this rate.
Oh, I actually prepared the spell.
You've
Nope,
actually
only-
prepared.
Never mind, it only works on myself.
Aw.
you prepared the spell Jailbreak, but it only works for yourself. That's cool.
Oh no, I was looking at the spell Etherealness.
Ah.
Ah.
I
Although,
prepared it, but it only works on me.
I just realized maybe teleporting into the city wouldn't be helpful. But once we have everyone rounded up, perhaps I can teleport us out. Straight to the Lapita. I mean, you already have a spell up too, so maybe I don't have to.
There
many
will be too many people.
How many people can your teleport do?
Let me run some calculations and I'll get back to you in a second.
Okay.
I believe it is myself and 8 other people that are willing. So let's see. Me, Denoc, Valinar.
Actually, that would be like
Asta.
the exact amount.
Hey, you're alright. Oh, no, wait. No.
You and 8 others.
Me. Okay, so Valinar, Denoc, Xenos, Asta,
If you need to,
Tim.
don't count Tim.
Yeah, Tim's not really a person, is he?
He is. It's just I
you
can
feel a
bring him
bonk on the
to
back
us.
of your head.
it's not the
Nadon,
weapon.
Shia, and both of your parents.
God.
And you had some kind of you had something up on the Lapita, didn't you?
Well,
that allowed.
Well, I don't
parents
have
won't-
that.
His parents won't be at. To your knowledge, they won't be at the
They,
Hmm.
execution.
they'll probably be at home trying to avoid people,
Okay.
based on what they've said.
And your home was
So
back
we just,
in.
Back there.
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Well,
where we just
that's
came from.
perfect. That's perfect then. So, if we have to go back, it would be much easier to just go straight to that town.
We could do something kind of stupid. I don't know if this will work, but if I could give you images of my home, we could just teleport all of us to my home, where my parents are, grab them and run.
It's a bit risky. It's just like trying to get to the capital.
But I have a better memory of my home
That
than
is
the
true.
town I've hardly been to.
I think that would be akin to teleporting based on a description.
Yeah.
You can certainly try.
Oh God. As a side note, one, I don't have that spell prepared, and I'm pretty sure I didn't prepare it because it doesn't cover enough people.
Right.
Because I think it can only do like 5 people.
And the problem
Right.
is, we might be able to survive, say, a teleportation mishap,
Oh, I
but
do have it
your
prepared.
parents and your friends and your mentor might not.
Oh, I do have it prepared. I was looking at the wrong level.
I think for now, it might be best if I use teleport to go to places that are very familiar to me, at least.
So, like the Laputa.
Correct.
Yeah, and that's not far from Vigram anyway.
Right. I mean, how long did it take us to walk from the Laputa down to Vagram?
An hour.
Maybe.
Yeah, see, we can make that work.
Roughly, yeah. We could probably teleport back to the Laputa, go grab my parents, and get back to Laputa again before news even reaches me. Well,
Exactly.
no, that's not true. Teleportation gates.
They have teleportation gates there?
There are teleportation gates in the cities.
It's only a level
But-
5 spell.
But what about Vagram?
Yes.
Oh.
Every city.
The major
Hmm.
churches of each city have a teleportation circle.
Well, maybe we should have gotten your parents out first thing before we left the town. It's fine. We're not turning back now. We're already, what, halfway there?
Probably.
Just throwing out numbers.
Actually, I'm almost wondering if I could just send my parents to the Laputa, just tell them to go to the Laputa and wonder if they would even go.
You would also need to tell the guards to expect your parents.
That's also true.
Or just tell them to tell
Oh,
the
we'll
guards
worry about that
Valinor
when I have more spell slots.
Or just tell them to tell the guards that Valinor sent them.
I really wish I had an actual budget to work on this game,
Might
because
work.
I'd love to get artwork for everything. No, it's just really sad, like, creating a scene where there's going to be a bunch of people on screen and just knowing that it's going to be like,
NPC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's alright.
I know, but it's
That's
still
what
sad.
imagination is for.
I know, I want to do good, and when...
Just remember, every wizard wears a monocle.
Sure.
Definitely.
That's what makes them a wizard. Powerful
Papa
wizards wear
Papa
2
Swallow.
monocles.
Okay.
Anyways. We'll worry about that as we get closer to the execution. For right now, let's just make sure we get to the city.
Well, I just sure hope no more highwaymen stand between us and our destination. They might get brutally murdered.
Huh.
Or worse.
Brutally murdered and buried instantly?
You saw what I did to that guy, right?
Well, what if we just took their souls and made sure that they never rested again?
Now that's just horrible.
Well, it's what we did to multiple people by now.
We could send them back to the shadows.
Down, boy.
Return to the shadow.
It's almost as dark as what one of my kids told me earlier. Jeez.
What'd they tell you?
My skin's not reflective in the dark because God has to wash it for it to shine.
Huh?
What?
Okay.
What?
I think your child is going to the wrong church service.
I'm like, what? My wife was talking about people, she keeps seeing people walking down the road in dark clothing and wondering, do these guys have a death wish? And my child was like, well, I mean, you could probably see them if they were white. Well, yes, but not really. Our skin's not reflective. And that's when he laid that line down. And I'm like, I don't know what to make of this.
That is honestly hysterical and horrifying, all in the same vein.
His younger sister's worse. I don't know where she comes up with some of her stuff.
Oh my god. Anyway.
But anyways.
What,
Oh, man.
Actually, you know what? Because this will be fun, and then I have documentation as well. While you're walking, Valnar, why don't you describe what Nadon and Shia look like so that the party knows who they are and what they're looking for when you guys take action?
Well, oh boy. Oof. All my notes everywhere.
This is the fun part.
Yeah, I have to find. I think I really only did race. Like, hey, here's what race they are.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a good
It's the same
start.
thing I did with Zalpip.
Yeah.
Literally, I just told Rib that Zalpip was a gnome, and
I ran with it.
He was a gnome?
Well,
I'm gonna stab you.
I'm sorry. This whole time, I imagined like another Dragonborn for some reason.
no, he's always been a gnome.
Oh
just
my
out of
God.
Curiosity. What do you
I
think
must have
Nadon
missed that
is?
Please say another Kalishtar.
Dwarf?
No.
This almost sounds elvish, more like it.
Yes.
Okay, and Shia is just a normal old human.
No.
You're half right.
Damn it.
I just said it earlier.
I wasn't paying attention.
She
Well,
is a
that's
half
like-
elf.
Ah, okay. Shia is a half elf. She is okay, fuck it.
Your brain is just going.
You need your brain. Need your brain.
I've been like this all week.
As a side note, Plama actually is human.
Ah, so she's just a racist bitch. Gotcha.
Nope.
At least I'm pretty sure she was human.
She was human, as far as everyone knew.
She was human until she wasn't.
She got better.
Yep, she got better. Better than being human. Screw humans.
She's actually A tabaxi.
Nah. What we need to do is look in her mouth.
I'm so
Okay.
excited for this arc, guys. You have no idea. Um,
Oh gosh.
so, for the sake of time and things like that, you guys travel the 8 hours and stuff, and you arrive at the outskirts of Catullus.
Toast.
Okay, do we get a description of these people, or are we just going in blind?
Oh, that's right. I didn't know if you were going to continue to do that or not.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, I can
Oh.
just backtrack my notes and.
You want me just to make up descriptions for them real quick?
Sure.
Well, then I hear Shia, and I think of like long black straight hair.
I've actually
yeah.
given her pink hair because I found
Oh,
a token.
fantastic.
Because I found a token that works for her, kind of.
Oh,
I am perfectly fine with that. She has bright pink hair.
Shia has bright pink hair.
I'm literally just scrolling through D&D Beyond and looking at the different tokens for the different art for
Think-
people.
Think anime protagonist hair.
Oh.
Oh God, it's
hair.
everywhere.
Okay. Are we
And-
talking old school anime protagonist or
Modern.
2000s anime protagonist or current anime protagonist?
Probably
Very-
2000s.
Yugi hair.
Oof.
God. Oh, here we go. I was trying to think of her name. I was actually thinking of a My Hero Academia character, Mina. If you know who that is, Mina Ashido,
Mm-hmm.
You know,
the
I don't
alien girl.
Oh,
Hang on. That's the kind of hair I was thinking of.
yeah.
Pink
I can
hair,
see.
black and yellow
Oh.
eyes.
Shit, I'm ashamed to know who this is.
You're ashamed to know?
you ashamed?
I cannot describe it right here without giving away someone's secrets, so we're just going to move on.
Okay.
So it's
No,
actually,
that's the kind of
it's
hair I was
actually
thinking
more
of.
like cut above her shoulders. Okay.
Cool.
And Nadon is, I would say, more elderly, with more silver to gray colored hair. Like his age is definitely starting to show before all this happened.
Now, Shia, does she have like an average build, muscular, kind of skinny?
Well, she's a town guard, if that helps. So probably more on the muscular side, but not crazy
Semi.
muscular.
Semi-muscular build. Gotcha.
She's definitely muscular than most girls.
Fair enough.
I feel like lean would be a good way of describing her.
Yes, that's the word I couldn't find.
Oh, so not what I was thinking of, muscle mommy.
No,
Oh my.
not a muscle mommy. No.
Semi-muscular, lean build. Gotcha. And Nadon is elderly. Is he kind of tall, average? Is he heavy set
Probably a little
somehow?
more on the tall side.
That might be a good image for him.
Somewhat tall. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
That should be enough information to go off of. I mean, how many people could possibly fit that description? Looks into the town, everybody's walking around with pink hair.
New fashion trend.
Oh no!
Hey, look, a lot of anime protagonists.
Nobody's protagonist that they all look like the protagonist.
Exactly.
Unless this is a convention of anime protagonists. Oh no! All the enemies of the anime protagonists are going to convene at once! We're going to have critical overload!
No, run!
I burped. I'm sorry.
Kadia, random question for you.
Sure.
What's the range on your teleport? Like, how close do everyone have to be?
Specifically within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
Yes.
I was
Everybody has to
wondering
be
if we
able to
could all
fit-
just get. I was wondering if we could all
Everybody-
just get close enough to them to.
Well, let's see. Oh, actually, let me rephrase that. They have to be I have to be able to see them within the range of 10 feet.
Okay.
or a single object that must be able to fit within a 10-foot cube. So if you need me to teleport a 10-foot cube, I can do that.
Huh.
So I don't
That's
see
a
much.
random idea.
I don't see much practical application for teleporting a 10-foot cube unless, somebody needs a big boulder dropped on them or something.
Or
Oh,
to
wait,
teleport just them without us having to get really close.
Also, just so that I'm aware, since I'm spelling Nadon's name correctly, it is Nadon, right?
I thought it was NAE.
You tell me, it's your name, dude.
I thought it was
I just pulled that out. Hang on.
I thought it was Neydon.
She might be NAY.
Killu.
I could have sworn we got this
Perfect. I have
spelling
a death
already.
wish.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to find a replace then. Good thing I learned how to do
Where
this.
did it go? I have it as NAEDON.
Naedon.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hang on.
Naedon?
There, I put it in Roll20 chat.
Gotcha. I'm just making sure my spelling is good, so that
Nah, you're good. It also made me
Where
wonder
is
if somehow I put it in the Roll20 chat.
I saw. Thank you.
Yeah, I was letting Rona know because I thought he was just asking.
I know. I'm trying to figure out where find and replace is in this program.
You might be able to do it from Control F.
Oh yeah, that lets me find it, but
Right, but I think
every instance of it. But it doesn't let me.
It doesn't.
It doesn't have me be able to replace it from there.
Oh, interesting. I thought you could. Mm.
Nope. Well, it's up here somewhere. I will find it.
Yes.
And I will make it mine.
Sure.
Maybe under review, editing. Maybe no. Changes? Nope. Proofing.
But yeah, so you give the description, and you guys. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I know what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use that one.
I know what I'm doing. I promise.
No, you don't. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose again.
Oh no, the 10-foot cube thing has to be an object.
Ah.
It doesn't look like people count.
Replace Nadon with
But
Naedon.
But hear me out.
Replace all.
If they're dead, they're then considered an object.
Only 3 replacements.
Well, let's not
there we
count them as dead yet.
Oh,
I don't like that idea. That's not a good idea.
no, but it
Add
works
to
for me.
dictionary. There we go. All done. Wait, who's dead?
No one.
Yes.
Well, Tim technically, but
He's undead.
No, but an idea just clicked for me.
Neat.
okay.
Get a 10-foot cube mass of skeletons. Teleport them in.
Uh-huh.
Boom, instant army.
Oh, kind of.
I mean, this, except for the skeletons don't do a whole lot if they're, not animated. Then there's just a bunch of bones falling from the sky, which is
That's exactly the
terrifying
point.
sight.
Boom, instant army for my necromancer.
Maybe. Still, I'd have to gather all the bones, and by the time I get all the bones gathered, I mean, at that point, you may as well just animate them on the spot. Or maybe I'm not understanding what you're trying to say.
I know what he's trying to say. It would kind of work that way.
Workshop.
Teleport undead army. It's a specific new spell just for the use of Denoc.
So I used to play a necromancer.
Teleport.
I have done I have crunched all of the numbers and all of the things in order to maximize the potential spawn things. And what he is describing is kind of how it works. It's not 100%, but it's not wrong either. So, anyway, where do you guys head within the city of Catullus?
Well, my vote would be to get some rest before we have to try a jailbreak tomorrow.
That'd probably be a good idea. We've been traveling for a little bit.
Do we know exactly when the execution is taking place? Because we would have to bail him out before then. Otherwise, we'd have to risk a public rescue, which would be potentially very dangerous for a lot of innocent bystanders.
Also, probably fun, but hey.
Very much Pirates of the Caribbean-esque, but...
I was going to say a good way to possibly publicly disgrace Palama.
Maybe.
You
Maybe
would
not.
know
I mean-
But
ballparking noon.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had to get him out before noon.
Potentially. You also have
Okay.
to learn where they're holding him, how many guards are there, and yada yada yada.
We don't have time to rest then. Actually, we know how many guards there'll be. None when we're done. Stealth.
That's, I'm not gonna lie, that's some Boris logic right there.
That was Cardin logic too, but you know, it seems to have worked so far.
Anyway.
DM's like, perfect, taking notes. Let me just beef them all up, and
Oh,
they're
no,
all
no, no.
now
I
like
don't
14th level adventurers.
I don't need to buff anything. But you guys better be ready. So,
oh boy.
are you gonna head towards the local bar and inn then?
I would vote yes because I do want to get some rest because I've used several spells that I probably didn't need to, but I did.
Yeah,
Also completely, and I will say this kind of as above game as a DM, it is also completely possible to gain some very valuable information from a bar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, as you guys begin making your way to the Sky Whale, the bar and tavern here in Catullus, you guys see that this capital city is actually rather large. Hold on, I gotta change music real fast before I finish. There you go. Nope. Is that playing? Hit play, right? There it goes. There we go. Okay. Okay. Where's my notes? There they are. So, this rather large city, you would know, is estimated to house between 12,000 to about 20,000 people. Kind of just generally, just the sheer scope of this city. This kind of like large metropolis and city, as you guys kind of approach, you see kind of in the distance some large kind of like pillars or towers that kind of tower above the rest of the city. It reaches towards the sky, and on the edge of the city, kind of, it looks like anyway. And you can see that each of these pillars are kind of reaching up, and from the angle that you guys are walking in at, it almost looks like a massive hand with the fingers reaching up around the city, threatening to kind of close its grasp on the city itself. Valinar, you know that these 5 towers are representations of the 5 houses that dominate the city here. This city is not controlled by the churches. They are actually controlled by the 5 houses here. And if those are not in your notes, they should be, and that's my apologies.
They are in the notes.
Okay.
I'm looking at them. I have them pulled up right now. Yeah.
Yep, no worries. That's great. Beyond that, as you guys begin entering the city, you can see dozens of people kind of in the city, kind of moving about and looking up at the city as these kind of like brick and stone and wooden structures kind of reach up into the sky a little bit. You can see dozens of ropes and other kinds of like thread that are tied between the different buildings. You can see different banners of houses and different religious iconography of the different churches, as well as even some just local family clothing hanging out to dry. The people here are still pretty busy, even though it is kind of late evening at this point. But even here, they're dressed in some fairly nice clothing, mostly made of wool and other things like that. But it's not over the top, but it is very practical, and still nicely made. Kind of taking another closer look as you guys begin traveling through town, most men are carrying some kind of sword on their hip or back, whether it be a rapier, a long sword, or kind of like this massive blade of a great sword. They still carry something. And you would also notice that women in this area do something kind of similar, but typically have more of a dagger, or kind of like a dagger in their boot kind of a motif, rather than these larger obvious weapons. As you guys approach the Sky Whale, you can tell that the place is actually rather busy tonight.
Well then, shall we? Well then, let's get some dinner, get some sleep, and maybe listen to some conversations.
Yeah. As you enter the tavern, you can hear it is fairly bustling, and it is rather kind of busy as well, and you can hear a lot of people inside kind of talking and moving around, and you can hear sorry, I'm trying to get
Who brings their children to a bar?
parents on Thursdays when it's half price appetizers. But no, you can hear and see people kind of eating and drinking and talking, and you see a human female kind of behind the bar currently working furiously, and she kind of looks up and sees your guys' arrival and kind of is like, wherever you can find a seat, I'll be with you momentarily, and continues going about either bussing the bar or pouring a drink, as well as waiting tables. There does appear to be a table almost in the center of the tavern that appears like it could accommodate you all without having to break up.
Well, go to that table and see what's going on.
Okay.
At least Valnar start heading to that table.
Okay.
Sounds like a great place where we can listen in on everybody.
Is that the plan? Is to try to listen in on some conversation while you wait
Best we can.
to be served?
Well, I'm pretending to be mute, so I have nothing better to do.
Those of you who wish to listen in on conversations around you, please give me a perception check.
Yay, perception, my strong suit.
I know it's your best. bet.
16.
7!
Dirty 20. My dice like that number tonight.
Apparently.
I need to have a spell called Magic Ear that amplifies the sound of people's voices.
That's called thaumaturgy.
And Ken gets a dirty 22.
So that I can hear them, not so they can hear me.
But if you cast thaumaturgy on them,
Asta got a 22 and Xenos got a 13.
nice. Okay. I would say
I'll call it Detect Voices.
I would say other than maybe Katia, most of you would get this because most of the crowd here are already either a little into the cups or they just don't care because they're excited. There's actually quite a bit of conversation around the execution as well as the individuals that are here.
My apologies for that one.
You guys would all pick up on that the execution being helmed tomorrow is actually going to be, while the executioner will not be directly, it will be helmed and led by Palama herself, the head entity of the church, and people are excited about that. They are also excited that because of her movement, that they can actually see and potentially interact with members of the Divine Fang. Which
Interact with what?
Interact with members of the Divine Fang or Divine Fangs.
Divine.
The Divine
Fangs?
Fangs. Fangs.
Bangs.
Interesting. Is that like a proper noun?
What?
Yeah, I think it. Yes.
Okay, that's the first time I'm hearing
it's
it.
a proper noun.
You don't know
Okay.
the word fang?
I was like, are you saying thing? Like, you know, a thing? A thingamajig? Or fangs? I mean,
Fang.
fang. I got,
F-A-N-G.
gotcha,
There you
gotcha.
Look, over
I got it.
Discord, it sounds hard to tell which
Oh,
one.
Yeah, it's like,
gotcha.
it's a thing.
Yeah, but well, between being
wasn't
congested and my
the-
lisp and all this other stuff, yeah, I get it.
No. I'm not
There
making
you
fun.
It sounded hard to understand.
I'm a little bit hard of hearing.
No worries. You are
Which
getting
is
up there.
part
in
of
my
Katya's
age,
problem.
So I understand.
Okay, I know
Which-
they're in my notes. I
Yeah,
just
which
not see
Valinar, you would know that the Divine Fangs are basically the elite guard of the churches.
Ah. Okay.
And you also
See,
know
that's the first time I'm hearing
that
it.
they are mostly made up of the lupine race that
lupine.
populate
Yeah.
parts of your island.
Wait. We have dog people?
Yes.
Oh.
I think they were. I just remember Lupine, honestly.
Yeah. No, he's correct.
That's some good information that would have been nice to know, you know, when we first got here.
Yeah, they're not normally in Vagram.
Oh, fair.
Yeah,
What-
if a member of the Divine Fangs go to Vagram, you know some shit has gone down. Like the last, probably one and the only times they were ever in Vagram was when they were looking for Valinar.
Well, I guess they're about to pay a visit to Vagram tomorrow.
So,
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm so confused. 'Cause I remember seeing Divine Fang in these notes, and I just can't find them. Oh, there it is. Found it.
okay, cool.
Well, that could be an interesting side quest. We could go try to wake up my Dale and see, and have him give orders to the Divine Fang if he'll listen to me.
It's possible.
One thing at a time. Didn't you
Also-
say that my Dale is like literally a giant whale in the sky?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough. I see where they got the name for the tavern then.
About this point in
Yep.
time, the female human kind of walks up and goes, "Well, hi there. Name's Belfay. What can I get for you guys tonight?" Sorry, Befray. 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 Befray.
Peppermint tea, please.
Aye, we can do that. Anything else for the lot of you?
An ale.
Valana's gonna mind link with Deanock and say, order one for me.
Make that 2. 1 for this one.
Of course, of course. Are you guys planning on staying here tonight?
If you have rooms available.
I should, if you're okay with doubling up. With the event going on tomorrow, some of our rooms have been rented out by soldiers.
Yes, actually, we heard
Make
about
that
it.
work.
We heard about it and came here specifically to see it. I didn't know you had a mastodon in the other room.
Oh my god, you heard that?
Who didn't?
Yes, we heard that.
I'm muted.
You muted?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
I turned my volume down. I turned my volume on my mixer off.
Well, it picked up somewhere.
Oh my
Because we
god.
heard it.
I'm so sorry. That's embarrassing.
That is hilarious.
I'm so excited to go back and look now and see if that was picked up in the recording for the stream. Hour 57. Somebody write that down for me. Actually, I'll just put it in Discord.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright. Anyway, whoops. Sorry. She kind of responds with, yeah, there's been an influx of people from all over that's been excited about the news. Personally, I'm a little saddened by the whole ordeal. But, I don't know. Palama's spinning it stating that it's for the betterment of society and that it'll help us when we return to the surface. But I don't know how one more dead person could benefit in that regard. But she knows more about that stuff than I do.
Did she say surface?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the surface was a myth to everybody.
I'm shrugging. You can't see me, but I'm shrugging.
Valana is just gonna quickly do a very quick mind link with everyone and go, I think I forgot to mention my island's dream is to take back the surface.
You did forget to mention, and that would have been very good information to know.
They
my bad.
Great.
They never gave up on that mission.
I see. Good luck.
And then Valana
I
will
wish them
also
luck.
ask probably Kadia to ask her if she knows who exactly is being executed tomorrow.
So, we hear there's being an execution tomorrow, but who exactly happens to be on the chopping block?
Well, you guys are familiar with the story, right?
We've heard bits and pieces, but nothing concrete. Which is sort of why we came here.
Oh, okay. Well, you see, there's a individual who a while back was misusing some power that he was blessed with, and it led to a point where Palama, who is head of the church, was trying to convince him to put that effort into another effort, try to redirect his compulsion, we'll say. And he refused, and even at some point, when he fled due to her not having a choice, defaced property of the church, as well as harming many individuals on his way out. And one of the individuals on the block tomorrow is the individual believed to be responsible for coaching his actions and encouraging the behavior that he had during his time. It was his mentor, Nadon, I believe was his name. And the other individual is actually somebody that they say was very close to the culprit when he was attending the church and was a member of the congregation. But I don't recall her name right now, but kind of a younger lady, but she was caught snooping around. I think
Sensitive areas, maybe?
I think she was. I think they said that she was caught with poison on her person around the citadel where Midale slumbers.
I'm sorry, what?
Heresy at the highest.
I always knew that heretics are a vile piece of work.
Really selling it there.
I say this as I'm talking to my crow. Or my raven. Yeah.
Okay.
Valen's just gonna give Xenos that look.
Why do I know the exact look that you're giving me?
So
Anyway.
So I suppose if these two individuals are committing such heresies of the highest order that Paloma herself has to be present for their execution, surely they must be under tight guard to prevent someone else from, say, taking out their anger upon them, executing them before she can do it herself.
Oh, I don't know about that. I do know that her and the prisoners and the Divine Fangs are personally watching over the two, and that they are stationed in the local temple of Geisma. But in terms of, well, I mean, the church is a holy place to begin with, and has a lot of lots of. One second, buddy. Has a lot of different ways of keeping people in, I guess would be the way of saying it. They
Keeping people in or keeping people out?
It's hard to say. It's a big church, and the holding region that they have is typically off limits to commoners, unless you have a means to be down there, and you're not allowed down there. But it's typically considered very difficult to get down there. Without, a guide. I'm gonna step away for just one moment. Talk to someone yourself.
Okay.
He said they're difficult to reach. Those areas are difficult to reach without a guide.
I think he was saying like a reason to, but a guide would definitely be helpful.
Hmm. Interesting.
I think our best bet would be for all of us to get within 10 feet and just teleport everyone at once.
Yeah.
But,
No.
But we had to find our way
Right,
down there
right.
first.
well, I mean, even if they were just in transit,
That's true.
if we could just get close enough.
Well, certainly for an execution of this level, they will parade their prisoners around the streets a little bit, correct? I mean,
You would
If
think
I-
that.
if I were a power-hungry mongrel who wanted to really make a point, I would parade my prisoners up and down the streets for everybody to see their face before I cut it off. But that's just me.
Well, I'm the kind of guy that I would probably tie them up, bring the rope with me, ride a horse through the town, dragging them along the road the entire way. Literally.
A bit more sadistic than I thought you were.
He was just imagining Palama.
Fair. Fair.
Can I have... Who succeeded high last time? Asta and Denoch. Can I have the two of you make another perception check for me real quick?
I'll wait for the results of that before I share what I was going to ask.
16. Can Tim make his?
We'll see what Asta rolls.
Asta. Oh, wow.
That's a 14.
14? Okay. Sure, we'll let Tim try.
Yeah, I couldn't hear that because you were double speak.
Tim can try.
I was what? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an echo.
Echo!
How's a 23?
Go.
That's rather impressive for a ghost.
Yeah, well, his greatest skill, his only positive skill, is perception.
Fair enough. Beyond bonking, he's good at perceiving.
He must see where he is going to swing.
Sorry, not using us.
I'm rolling just in case.
Okay. So I would say that Denoch and Tim would pick up on this. And I would say Asta would just barely not get it. The two of you would hear kind of a hushed whisper. The only reason why I'm giving it to you is because you read his 20s earlier. That there is a small group in the bar who are convinced that the execution is a simple stage, that it is not going to actually happen, and that it's more of a trap than anything else.
Oh dear.
So in the midst
Fire.
of that.
Yeah.
So I'll nudge Valinar and just kind of scratch my head in a way that indicates, mind link.
Okay, and then I'll mind link.
And then I'll relay that information.
Oops.
Because I love to be the devil's
Almost
advocate. And what if
certainly
it's just a trap?
Possible. I wouldn't put it past her. Hmm. Especially considering I can't contact like anyone.
Well, it could be like the one spell I use. Protection from it protects you from divination and such.
Yeah. Actually. What? Well, maybe not in the middle of the tavern. But once we're out, I'll probably try scrying on Shia. But not while we're in the
When
tavern,
we get our
though, 'cause that would
rooms.
just...
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
So I'll continue the conversation with the barkeep while y'all.
I was going to
do
say she
that.
returns with your drinks at this point.
Oh, perfect. So that's when I'll ask her, so since these two have committed such, or were going to commit such heinous crimes, or whatever happens to be the cause, and they're being publicly executed, wouldn't Palama want to make a grand show of things, perhaps parading them through the streets so everybody can get a good look at the two that are going to be executed?
Oh, I don't know. I know that they're talking about the oh, excuse me. They're talking about this event tomorrow, but I feel as though if it is something that is going to, that if she is going to do something, it's because of the threat she perceived. Which, to me, would mean that she would want to establish it as quick as possible. Which I kind of feel like she might just...
Well, that's a little disappointing. So everybody shows up here for a grand spectacle, and Palama's just going to keep it short and simple, just poof, off with their heads and be done with it.
Well,
It would take. I mean, it takes a lot of work to set up something like that, such a big public display, to just end it in a few seconds.
but...
Who are we to question?
well, and they have a lot of... there's a lot of other potential factors. One of the things that she is constantly working with and against right now are the Devos. They really are a thorn in her side lately.
The who?
The Devos. They are kind of like this unorganized. Well, we say unorganized. They are a group of individuals that are absolutely trying, I guess, to put as many ruffles in the church's feathers as humanly possible. It's quite interesting, honestly, but what they're doing and whatever they're doing, it
I see. So she's afraid that someone might stage some kind of a rescue, and so she's tightened security and whatnot, and she wants to see to it herself and get it done and over with quickly.
Possibly. The faster she does it, the less likely that anything could go wrong, as well as potentially lead to pulling out some major players within that group, as well. I don't know, but they're constantly making small attacks and things like that on the church and their supply lines and stuff when they're out marching around looking for criminals. She almost whispers, but it's like, it's not much to really work on at the moment. But yeah, she's kind of paranoid about them, at least last that I've heard. And you would hear kind of like, at this point, kind of like a, oh, and she was like, I'm sorry, I really have to go. I have a full house tonight.
Fair enough.
Wake me down if you need anything else. And she scampers off.
Real quick, throughout that whole conversation, Valinar's gonna just be paying very close attention to see if there's anyone kind of watching us or trying to like mark us.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. 18.
18? Excuse me. You would see that there's a group of what appear to be like off-duty guards that are kind of eyeing you, but they don't they don't give off the vibe of like, look at these MFers, like they look suspicious AF. It's more of like, oh hey, they look new. That's pretty neat. I wonder if they're entertaining. And
More than you know.
And that's pretty much the energy that they're giving off. Like they're interested in you, but not in like the bad way.
Okay.
It's like, hey, look, two pretty girls with a lot of weirdos.
And then there's Austin. So
Funeral.
Had you said that out loud, you would have gotten a hard shove.
it was out of character. So
Said it.
is everybody else drawing the same conclusion that I am?
I feel like they all SpongeBob blink in unison.
Waiting for me to expand on that. It sounds like, you know, not that this is news to anybody, but Palama is paranoid. Now, I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing the name Devos, so that means nothing to me. But if that's part of the group that seems to side with you, Vale, that. Sorry, let me rephrase that.
There
If
you go.
that's the
There's
group.
the spelling for that, by the way.
Ah, thank you. So if they are a group that's siding with Valinar, who she seems to really despise for his crimes, then
Real quick, do we have two tracks playing in the jukebox?
Yep.
yep.
Okay.
Anyways,
Why is it trippy?
Well, it's just louder than I thought it was, and I'm gonna just see if.
so if
I can turn them down, or
Is
turn
she
one
so
up.
paranoid
I just
about
turn
this?
them down.
If she's so paranoid about this Devos group, then
You're just causing traffic.
she seems worried that somebody is going to attempt some kind of a rescue.
Yeah.
Which paranoia means highest preparation, but it also means that she might be easy to manipulate or might slip up easier and make greater mistakes.
Or maybe get too many people in with the bait.
More than she can handle.
Yeah. Dinak pointed this out, and I'm starting to wonder if this is... Agree with that statement, if this is just a trap.
And using message to relay this next part to Vale. Katya.
I'm assuming that
respond-
all of this is happening through your mind leak.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, I was just trying to be careful and cautious. But if we all got the mind link, then I can say whatever.
But the spell message requires verbal component.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
Which would mean that I would have there would be people who could potentially hear what you're saying.
Yeah, the mind link is easier. So okay, so I continue on. So it sounds like it's going to be. We have no chance to get into. It sounds like they're probably going to be held at the Church of Geisma, and there's very little possibility of us rescuing them directly from there. But if she comes right out and does the execution that quickly, we won't have time to get close either. So. We really only need one person who can get up there and teleport them away, and then there'll be just chaos, and everybody else will be able to escape amongst the crowd, right?
Oh. I had an idea, but then I just shot it down. I was thinking if I use greater invisibility to go up, and then just use Word of Recall to take me, Shia, and Nadon away. But problem with that is, I think Palama essentially has true sight, given that she has seen me when I was scryed on her.
Right. Because what I'm thinking is, and I would only have a few seconds to be able to pull it off, either a Misty Step up there to the execution platform, or Dimension Door. Something else I have access to. Anything that's going to get me right up there with them, grab them from behind, and teleport them straight to the Laputa.
Unless
Because
there is someone casting Private Sanctum, or there is a localized point, however they're traveling, that Private Sanctum is being cast on.
that is also a problem, because you can't teleport in or out of that. Or specifically into.
Dispel that? I wonder if I could dispel that.
You also would know that this is like not a common occurrence, so wherever they're holding this is going to be like a makeshift thing, so that much prep time might be the bane of their abilities.
Yeah. I mean, you could certainly just be prepared to dispel, and as soon as as soon as I know it's clear, I can get myself up there. Really, whichever one I use, Misty Step or Dimension Door, depends on how far back in the crowd we are. And the thing is, if they catch me, they don't know who I am or who I'm working with. So, I'll either be a distraction so that somebody else can get them away, or I'm getting out of there pretty quick.
Going off of what you're saying, we can make sure you are both the distraction and the getaway. Tim can bully his way up, you follow him, Misty Step in, get them, teleport out, and Tim...
Covers my escape.
Yes, and he will then either go underground and run away, or he will enter the ethereal plane.
And in the midst of everything going on, with this many people in the crowd, even people from outside of the capital, they'll have a pretty hard time figuring out what's going on before we're all gone. And I guess I'll just meet you guys back at the Laputa.
Does that sound like a good plan, Valinar? Remember, this is you.
I mean, no matter what we do, there's going to be risk.
Yeah. I think that's the safest plan we can think of right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, if we time it right, I could also get the rest of us out at the same time. is Kadia's teleporting out, I think. Yeah.
Well, we don't have to stand near Katya.
Only one I wouldn't.
Correct. Dimension door lets me go pretty far.
No, I mean like. No, I mean because I have my own teleportation spell,
Yes, but if
the Word of Recall. Yeah.
if
Right.
it's just Katya and Tim off to the side, away from us where we stand.
No, I mean like as soon as Kadia teleports, we teleport.
Okay, I'm not seeing the reason why we need to teleport if we're not suspicious.
Right. You just draw suspicion to
Okay.
everybody. More like you're just innocent bystanders watching as, aww, they were going to be executed and now there's nothing to watch. We'll just walk away.
I think it's a great idea. We like teleport in there, rescue him, and then have to fight our way out.
That's why
You're
we don't need
crazy
you.
and not helping.
No, that's definitely not gonna work. No, I agree with this plan, the Kadia teleport plan.
Of course, should anything go wrong, Katya would be up there
Yeah.
alone.
If anything goes wrong, I mean, here's the good thing about teleport. If anything goes wrong, I don't need my hands to cast it. They'll
At
have
the
a hard
same
time holding me
time-
down.
At the same time, if Private Sanctum is active there, nothing can teleport in or out.
Right. That's why we need to. That's why we need some way to be prepared to dispel it, just in case.
Right then.
Yeah.
Dianoc, how long does it take to cast Private Sanctum, by the way?
10 minutes
Okay.
as the spell.
So, dispel magic takes what, like a couple seconds. They won't be able to get it
Yeah.
back up before I'm gone.
Valinar, you're in the assault team as well.
Yep.
That way you can personally flip the bitch off yourself as you go and teleport out.
Don't worry, as we teleport out, I'll just drop Disguise Self. Flip her off and leave.
Well, then I guess it's settled. I'm using Dimension Door because I can bring you with me. Just so you can get your last laugh.
Oh. This will be interesting, but let's do it.
I would say
After
that
we
for the
all
rest
get
of
some
us,
sleep.
we try and be in a position where we can rush in to assist if something does go wrong. I don't want to be the Debbie Downer here.
Well, we have to be prepared for anything. Now, Vale, well, I suppose since we're talking like this, Valinar, there is the problem of Palama. Now, we are all going to be in a crowd, but if she has true sight and she happens to catch eye of you, wouldn't she be able to see
Yeah.
right through your disguise?
That's when Valinar pulls out his disguise kit.
Oh, you'll just put on some makeup tonight. Gotcha.
In the morning, I plan on putting on a different disguise, and then using Disguise Self over top of it.
Interesting.
Don't try
Yep.
and look like a different gender.
I like
in
it.
the makeup. Just simply
Oh yeah, I was just
Give
gonna
yourself
use it to
a-
make myself look like a different dude, and then use
Yeah.
Disguise Self to make myself look like Vale again.
It's a very
Oh, well.
complex and crazy plan, and I highly expect something will probably go wrong, but
Oh, definitely.
but we're gonna go out swinging one way or another, and flexing magic
Gonna-
feels so great again.
gonna- Go so weirdly.
again. Anything else that we think can go wrong. As much as I hate to admit it, something
Well-
will go wrong, and we just need to try and plan for as much as we can.
possibility Palama grabs me from behind, and since she is willing to teleport with me, ends up getting sucked into the teleportation. And now I've brought her aboard the Laputa. Is that a possibility?
You don't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw that out there as a possibility.
Give me a second to look at the wording of teleport.
Oh, wait. 8 creatures that I can see. If I'm not looking at her, I can't see her.
You don't want to use that logic with me. You want to know how many times you would have left somebody behind?
Too many.
Eh.
Yeah.
Valinor would still be alive though.
Oh yeah. Valen would be right next to me. These two that I just grabbed from behind, you know. All right, we're going. Come on.
I just realized something. Hold on. Let me see if. Something on the D&D Beyond side.
Uh-huh.
I can't prepare a 7th level spell.
That's weird.
Unless I prepared else that I shouldn't have. Do this.
I will
Sorry,
say,
this is just very confusing.
Yeah, no worries. I will say, for the sake of the evening, go ahead and everybody mark off like 2 silver, or 1 gold piece and 2 silver for food and drink, and then you will have the evening with an in-ring.
Do. 1 gold
Ah, here we go. This is what I was thinking.
and 2 silver.
Willing. I was looking for teleport.
It looked so. Based off of what I'm seeing on D&D Beyond, it just looks like you have more spells prepared than.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
I figured it out.
Okay, no worries.
I'm looking at teleport, and I'm specifically saying the spell instantly transports you and up to 8 willing creatures of your choice. Of your choice.
Of your choice.
You see, you have to look for the wording.
Yeah, I knew the wording. I was just gonna wait and let him fuck around and find out.
Unfortunately, you got someone else with the spell who memorizes the spell, so I should be able to look up the spell and tell you exactly what.
Yeah.
There is also the thought of willing.
Yeah.
Well,
but
if you
because
appear
have-
with Valinar,
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the 2 that I'm trying to teleport. If they don't know it's coming, how are they going to be willing?
that's what I'm saying. If you teleport, if you dimension
Oh,
warp
you're
in
pointing
with Valinar,
Right. Of course, they may be pretty willing really quick if it means getting them away from the chopping block.
Yeah.
All right.
and yes, you were right. I just strangely had more spells prepared than I should have.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I had teleport as a spell previously.
Bro, I don't know. Technology
It's
be
a mess.
glitchy. So, my understanding is that you guys are going to evaluate at the scene the situation, approach as a means of attempting to snag the 2 and teleport out. You're not going to try and intercept en route or anything like that. Is that correct?
I mean, if she's taking them directly to the execution point to execute them, then I mean, I feel like we have a lot more cover if we just do it straight from the stage. So Oops.
Okay. That's fine. But because we are low on time, what I think I might do. Well, actually, no.
Actually,
Sorry. Valinar wanted to do something as you guys got your
Oh, yeah.
in room.
Yeah,
So
our rooms.
go ahead, and we'll go ahead and fade out the tavern music as the sounds of the city continue on into the evening outside your room. What was it that you wanted to do?
I was gonna try to scry on Shia.
Okay. Let me look something up real quick.
Okay. Oops. Nope.
Not seeing it, so I'm gonna make a judgment call here. Oh, actually, there might be another thing for them to check. No, okay. I'm gonna say, because I don't have the particular thing pulled up and I don't know the exact wording of it, but given the way that I want it to function, I'm going to say that that the scrying spell is being blocked by something.
Okay. Okay.
Again, private sanctum.
Yeah. And for future reference, what level is Private Sanctum?
Fourth.
This is something Valinar would ask, by the way.
Fourth level.
Fourth? Okay.
And it can be upcast, but it upcast only increases size.
Only increases what?
The size of
Sorry.
the area covered.
Okay. So it might still be.
I also just had a
upcast. Okay.
stroke. What was the name of the spell that you were asking?
Private sanctum.
Thank you. I'm sorry, my brain just literally stroked out.
You were just like, "Eh."
Dial up noises.
Oh god, no, not this again.
Huh, interesting.
Yep.
So, apologies. Is there anything else you would like to try then, Valinar?
No, because it'd probably also be on Nadon, so.
I would.
Oh, I see. They're keeping people from being able to teleport in to where there's being kept.
I would ask Valinar to scry above the inn so we can see if we're in a bubble of private sanctum. Because we don't know how many people are capable of casting private sanctum or a similar spell.
Yeah, we're about to go to bed, so I'll upcast it to try it.
Okay, so you're trying to scry on what?
Just above the end to see if we're in
Okay.
a massive bubble.
Okay. You cast the spell, and you have a crystal ball, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So as you ponder your orb, the vision clears, and you do see kind of the roof of the inn, and you see kind of people coming and going to and from both the inn and the surrounding streets. And give me a perception check while you're looking.
Perception. Away. 16.
16. You would notice, kind of as you're watching, you would actually see just barely movement on the roof of the inn. On the roof of the inn, you see a dark shadowed figure, kind of a lone figure, thin, dressed in like all blacks with a hood pulled up, kind of slowly creeping along the inn roof, towards one of the ends of the inn. You would know.
Towards one of the...
Yeah, one of the ends, so like one of the sides. And you would
Okay.
know that your guys' room is in the loose direction that he is meandering towards.
Talk about a convenient test. I'll tell the others about it, or at least whoever's in my room.
Uh-huh.
I'd say that we were all in in the same room before we went to bed.
Okay.
Like we're all just talking
Okay.
real quick over.
Over what?
Ale.
If you use the full 10 minutes of the spell, the figure kind of approaches the edge of the building and just kind of like crouches there, but then doesn't move for a while. In fact, he wouldn't move. He would not have moved before the spell would end.
Okay. Tim wants to do something.
Okay.
Literally reaches up, grabs the guy's foot, and brings him down.
Possibly be destroying the inn.
No. Going through incorporeal movement.
Yeah, but he can't turn other people incorporeal against their will, could they? Could he?
I want to keep trying that, okay?
Hey, no, you're welcome to try. Make an athletics check.
No, he's just gonna float up and watch over the guy.
Still in the ethereal plane?
Invisible, yeah.
Okay. He doesn't move. He doesn't really talk. I mean, he adjusts his weight. Like, he's not like a robot, but he does sit quietly and just watches.
Is he specifically looking at or listening into our room, or is he just...
Hard
Is
to
this
tell.
all just... Can Tim make a perception on that?
He can certainly try.
26 or 27, take your choice.
I mean, there's a lot of rooms on that side of the inn. He doesn't seem to be particularly fascinated by one room or the other. He seems to be watching the alleyway kind of more so than anything else.
Alleyway.
So where you guys are kind of positioned, grab a couple colors here and I'll make a box. Your guys' building is kind of like this. Move up. And then you basically have buildings on this side, and then you have a couple behind you. Tim and that other guy are floating like here-ish. So he appears to be looking at this alleyway.
So it doesn't look like he's looking at us.
Like, it's really hard to tell. Like, even with a 26, it's really hard to tell because he's basically sitting on top of the roof, kind of like in that, like ninja squat kind of a thing, you know, one leg down, one knee kind of up, and he's just looking down at the alleyway, and your guys' room is kind of underneath him in some capacity. I'm sorry. This is a really hard thing to just perceive because he is looking down at an alleyway, and you're trying to ask me if he's listening into your room, which happens to be underneath him somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's just like I said. I understand.
Well, what I was asking is he making conscious effort to try to look like he's trying to listen? Or is he just...
I mean, I would say yes, but that's because he's not moving a whole lot, and to me that would mean that he is definitely using all of the senses he has at his disposal to observe the surrounding area.
Maybe he actually has nothing to do with us at all.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm...
It is completely possible, but as of this moment, it is unknown.
Okay. Unless anyone else is going to try to do anything with Sky, is anyone... You know, this is an open invitation to you guys if you want to do something before I and Tim does something.
I'm not doing anything. He's not actively a threat.
I kind of just want to say out loud, so what do we want to do about the guy above us? Just to see if he reacts in any sort of way.
I will allow Tim to make an insight check.
Yeah, let me... Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh, nice.
That's a 17.
17, that's not bad at all. But as far as Tim can tell, this individual does not flinch.
Oh, he's good. Denock will... Okay, is the guy literally over our window, or is he not?
He would be like... So like if you're looking out the bedroom window, he would be like above you and to the right by like 3 feet. So like if he were to jump straight down, he wouldn't pass in front of your window, but if he needed to, he could grab the window ledge. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
guess it'd be like 2 feet, but still.
In the mind link, I almost called it the group chat.
In the
I
group
thought
chat.
that, right?
That's a throwback again to the prequel game. Rip had us doing in our
IRL.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah.
My character was a warlock who had mental connection. We just called it the group chat.
So
I missed that. Anyways, in the mind link, Diak's gonna be like, okay, so do we want to actually see if this guy's after us? Or do we want to just leave it be? Because I'm about to go open... If we want to see if this guy's for us, I'm going to go over there to the window, open it, give him a choice of either coming into the room or being dragged in. And if he chooses... If he doesn't come in on his own, Tim is going to grab him and bring him in.
Yeah, sorry, I also had a slight idea as you were saying that, just as a kind of, hey, don't try to run. What's the light like outside?
at this point in time, it's getting
Or
pretty
even
dark.
in the room, for that matter.
So it's pretty dark outside. At this point in time in your room, you guys are probably mostly operating by like
By
several
dim light?
like dim light, like several candles that are probably set on like a candelabra kind of a situation on a desk nearby.
So, I could try to scare him. Because I can fly in dim and dark light. And I also have etherealness, so I can just go through the floor. Go through the ceiling to the roof.
You're gonna burn a lot of spell slots.
Well, we're going
Hey,
to
we're
go to
about-
bed after this.
We're about to go to sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perhaps.
That's
if you
what we
wanna-
think.
So if you want to open the window and do that, I'll just go up behind him.
Well, be careful, don't get in Tim's way.
Roger that. And I will fly through the roof.
Yeah, you cast etherealness and fly through the roof. Okay.
Okay, Dion goes over to the window, opens it. So, Mr. Ninja Wannabe, you can either come in here and talk to us, or we can play hardball and bring you in kicking and screaming if need be. Choice is yours. And Dinok will step back.
Are you trying to
poor
be
guy.
intimidating, or are you trying to just ask him to do something?
This is a little bit of intimidation, yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make an intimidation check then.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me make sure. It's been a while since I used this. I want to make sure it's what I think it is.
Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure. it
I'm
is
looking
anyway.
for my forceful presence.
Yeah, I'm a dragon, so I'm scary. Rawr. Sorry,
Yes,
it's such a interesting skill.
Advantage on intimidation.
Yeah.
That's good.
You have a
It doesn't
plus
matter,
5
19 or
to
19.
intimidation. That's
Wow.
Roll the same twice. Doesn't matter. That's still a good roll.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Valinar and Tim, you guys watch as this figure jumps from the roof, like they're trying to jump to the next building over.
Okay.
And you watch as they are in mid-air, they vanish from sight.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay.
So Tim doesn't even get-
Simultaneously, Dinok, you feel a blade put to your throat,
Oh, okay.
and you hear, "I was expecting a different approach, but I suppose this will work too." And that's where we're gonna end the session for the night,
Very nice.
just because it is after midnight. Well, that was fun and took a turn down a route that I was not expecting. Well, this is gonna be interesting for next week. Oh, I'm excited though. Are you guys glad to be back?
Yes.
I am so glad to be back. Oh,
Oh, double noise.
I'm so excited. I'm talking in reverb. Oh, it ended.
Reverb.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I would say have a happy Good Friday because it's over now, but enjoy your Easter and your weekend, and we'll see you guys all in the next week. Have a good night. And we should be playing next week, I promise. I know we took like all of March off, but Jesus Christ, we got to get back to playing.
Yep.
We'll be back. I promise. Take care, everyone. Good night.
Bye-bye.
See y'all.
Night all.